And welcome back to GMA, where we're really getting into spring, not just with the flowers on our faces, right? But with Baking with Blondie blogger Mandy Merriman and her new cookbook. It's called I'll Bring the Cake.
I'll bring the cake.
Yeah, always. Please. Some people say I cook, some people say I bake. It can be a little intimidating. You say stop, it's easy.
I say I've got you. I'm gonna take you along the way, and I'm gonna help you make these beautiful cakes that not only look delicious but taste delicious too.
I love that. So baking should not be intimidating, and there are some hacks that can make it even easier.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the cake.
Okay, so for our cakes, there's a way to make it more approachable. I think when we see these really tall stacked cakes, sometimes we get intimidated.
Yeah, totally.
We think, I don't know if I can do that.
Not intimidated to eat.
Of course, not intimidated to eat, right? And so what I love to do is I like to make it into a sheet cake.
Okay.
It's going to taste exactly the same once you master the flavors and textures and buttercream and the cake. You'll be able to take that sheet cake and still have fun decorating, of course. You'll kind of graduate from that to the stacked cake as well. Also, another way is sometimes baking a cake can be like a marathon. You want to break it up into little 5K, 10K sprints, right?
A lot of ingredients.
Yeah, so what I love to do is split it up into a couple days. So the first day, all I'll do is I will bake the cake rounds, wrap them in plastic wrap, stick them in the freezer, and walk away.
And you said that actually helps the moisture?
It seals in the moisture.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of bakeries love to do that as well.
That's amazing.
Then the next day, you make the buttercream and frost it.
You mentioned ingredients. During the pandemic, we all stocked up, but they expire quicker than we think.
A lot of baking during that time, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is these two ingredients especially are your rising agents. We need to make sure those are fresh so that when you bake them, they're going to do what they're supposed to do in the oven, is make things rise.
So the one that I bought in 2020.
It's probably done. You might be able to use it for cleaning, but not for baking.
Got it.
And then I alluded to the hack, and you guys can see there's a box of cake mix
There
here.
is, I know.
You actually use that?
I love using a box mix as my pre-measured dry ingredients, and then what I do is I add in other ingredients to enhance the flavor so it tastes like it's from scratch.
Brilliant. So what are the flavors? So exciting.
Okay, so this cake is my Huckleberry chocolate shake cake. It's so delicious. I love this one. So what I did is let's mix together the ingredients that I used to enhance our box mix.
Okay.
So first, I'm going to have you add in, if that'd be okay, I'm going to have you add in my eggs. Ooh,
And
that's okay. We'll add it in there.
all the ingredients.
It's okay.
Well, just imagine I put them in the right bowl.
Exactly.
They're all going in the same cake anyway, right? And then we're going to add in our buttermilk. I'm going to have you stir it for me if that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, don't you worry. That'll be just
it'll
fine.
be fine.
You said there's two utensils
Use
that
your
every
whisk.
baker needs, right?
Yes, so we're going to add in our oil as well.
Okay.
I'm going to have you keep stirring while I talk through these.
Okay.
And we'll get to
Notice
those
she's
tips.
not giving me any other ingredients. That's all right.
Would you like to do the sour cream?
Nope, I'm good.
So we're adding in our sour cream, our vanilla, and in our cake mix, my vanilla's right here. Thanks for whisking that together.
No worries.
Once it's mixed in, you're going to add it in with your cake mix.
Okay.
I also
it smells good.
I know, you already smell that coming together. And don't worry, this is going to be just fine. And then when your cake mix is mixed together, we're going to add in our cocoa as well. It enhances that chocolate flavor too.
So add a little more
dump
cocoa
that right
to
into
a chocolate
here.
cake mix. That's
Yeah.
not too
Perfect.
chocolatey.
So that's the flavor enhancement, is
It's
the
a nice,
cocoa.
fudgy, delicious chocolate, and it pairs beautifully with our Huckleberry chocolate buttercream, which is so good. So we have little bits of these chocolate bits in here,
Yeah, look
and
at
then the
these.
Huckleberry flavor is actually from Huckleberry syrup. And so you mentioned that we have two essential tools that I love to use: is my angled icing spatula or my cake scraper, as well as this turntable. It makes it easier to spread on your buttercream.
So you say it's worth
as you
just
spin it.
investing
That's
in
so
one of
cool.
those?
If you can just find a good turntable, you're all set.
Okay, I'm going to splurge on that one.
So we'll be able
so
to
those are
spin
the
it
two
around.
little cakes turned into one big cake.
Turned into one big cake. We
Nice.
stacked them up. If you're stacking it and it's getting wobbly, grab a dowel, stick it right down the middle, snip it off, and what it does is it actually makes it so that your cake
Amazing.
stays
I'm all
straight
about
up
the
as you frost
tasting.
it.
This is my favorite part of the morning.
The best part of making it is eating it, right?
Well, Juju, I mean, I do want to say I did maybe taste the icing, which is buttercream with the chocolate bits. It is so good.
The
Do you have
chocolate
one
bits are everything.
good trick for me for icing? Because it's just the best part of the cake.
Absolutely. So when you're making your buttercream, just make sure you whip it up long enough before you spread it on your cake. That way it's light and fluffy and not super dense.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Thumbs
So
up. Are we
delicious.
good?
She has a shake version. I'll try both.
Oh, good. The cake version is my favorite.
And the book version is called I'll Bring the Cake, and it hits bookstores everywhere on Tuesday. So
goodness.
for these recipes, you know what to do. Go to goodmorningamerica.com, use the QR code, all of it. We'll be right back.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Delicious.
I like it. Thank you.